EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. It's next. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Denver first down.
14. First down, Broncos.
Handoff now for Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun. It's next. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Pass complete. Taken in by Franklin. And he's going to have the Broncos first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Harvey. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long, so the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
A 38-yard attempt.
Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Tackled at the 29-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. From out of the gun, here's May. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Throwing on third down is May. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, Bryce Beringer out to punt for New England. He'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 26-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken back.
Tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Slot man gonna move in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Down at the 31. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Mims sent in motion here. Nix from the gun on third down. He finds Mims. It's complete. 14 on the pickup. First down, Broncos.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Harvey. And He'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Denver first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Big snap on 1st and 10. They're trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Broncos.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
On 1st down, it's Harvey. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 7-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. A run with Harvey. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
And it's 3rd down.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
To throw is Nix. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. They'll run for it. It's Harvey. And he will get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The tackle by Zach Allen. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Broncos' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Here's May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
1st and 10. Our first carry for Ramondre Stevenson. He'll take this down inside the 30. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, throw.
Working out of the gun. It's May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That one on target to Williams. He's got it.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, throw.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go, throw.
Throwing now is May. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And the Broncos' first down.
Almost set. Ready.
On the give, this is Harvey. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. Here's Nix to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away. Get back out there on third down and give yourself a chance. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. May gonna look to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots
17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Patriots first down.
Line.
Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to Foxborough after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
I hear the throw.
To throw now, May. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On my set. Ready.
On the ground, this is Harvey. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons.
And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez.
You know, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you're going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
It is 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Now May. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is May. Catch is made. That is Williams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Just that 1 touchdown on the board. 7-0 to score as the 3rd quarter begins. Marcus Jones now to return. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on that return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. Not much happening there, just a short game.
The ball carrier. Nick Bonito on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is May. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
A run, and this is Henderson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
They'll give on the ground, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
May to throw on second down. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
What can they do here on third down and 7? Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. Patriots ready for the punt. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got his tight end. That's Howland. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Broncos.
On the give, it's Harvey. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring him down for a loss.
Second down. Nix. Over the middle, it's Harrison. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Broncos.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Work in the middle, that's Harvey. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a gain of 7. brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing. Mix. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Gunnar Helm. Touchdown Broncos. That his first touchdown this year. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Broncos move out on top, 14-0.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Trevion Henderson, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. May gonna hold on to this one. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchdown. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff now for Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Denver 1st down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Harvey. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On 1st down, they'll stick with Harvey. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, my son!
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
3rd down and 9.
Oh, my son! Ready! Right here!
To throw is Nix. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Patriots has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Here we go, start.
They'll run. It's Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll get this out to Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, New England.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
At the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, start. Ready!
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
The 6-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And the Patriots are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
On the play.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Patriots 7.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. Quick throw here is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Broncos.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Gain of 22 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send their tight end left. Drop play here for Harvey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. A run with Harvey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? The reality is, as they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
His kick is good. He got it. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Henderson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Got it open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
First down.
Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Patriots 1st down. Complete to Henderson.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. Now the Patriots going to use their 1st timeout. 70 seconds left to go in this game. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. May to the air once more. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that 1st down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
That's another Patriots 1st down.
Maynard on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito, in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. Now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's May. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
2nd and 8.
So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.